From hit shows to action-packed movies, whenever he's on screen, you just can't look away. His towering height, broad shoulders, and iconic V-taper make him look like a real-life superhero. He's the only Reacher who stepped in after Tom Cruise and makes it look effortless. He's Alan Ritchson, the guy who moves with the energy of a teenager. So, what's his secret? What does this comic book hero actually eat, and how does he train to stay this sharp? Let's get one thing straight. He eats heavy just like he lifts heavy. To play Reacher, he had to look big, better described as intimidating big. With gifted genetics and a dominant height of 6 feet 3 inches, his next goal was to put on a symmetrical 30 pounds of muscle mass and retain it well. So he did it. He revealed on the Kelly Clarkson show that he was eating over 4,500 calories a day. Sounds super insane without junk food. Most athletes and bodybuilders go for up to 3,300 to 3,600 calories. Yeah, but this guy couldn't build out like any regular athlete, so he was eating enough food in one day to last most people too. That's a lot of calories to pack in a day, so he's eating every single hour. That's aside from his 4 main meals. That's kind of like a conveyor belt of protein smoothies, meals, snacks, and a lot more. Hey, bulking up looks kind of tasty, right? I'll say this though, it takes a lot of energy to digest, and when you eat that much protein, it's hard not to want to nap. But this is where he goes for a simple solution. He follows the 80-20 rule. That means that 80% of the time, he's eating clean. The other 20%, he lets himself enjoy a meal which he actually calls the good stuff. This could be cookies or hot dogs, or the fact that he's always got a pizza in the fridge. Let's take a gander at a basic day full of the knobs. For breakfast, he's packing in good quality organic proteins. I'm talking 2 packs of pre-made oatmeal with apples, berries, cinnamon, maple, or even brown sugar. Lunch fuels his muscles with several meat tacos featuring deli turkey, Swiss cheese, with some sauces like mayo and mustard. The guy is such a big fan of these meat tacos that he could eat 50 of them, and then cookies get a special place on his platter too. His dinner is all about tons of protein and some veggies, like homemade turkey meatloaf or brisket, mashed potatoes, and green beans. He's even got several hourly snacks, like a slice of key lime pie when 2 a.m. hunger hits. Maybe a thick protein shake prepped with 40 grams of muscle protein powder, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, sometimes with cookie dough on the side. He also adds clean doses of protein by adding almond milk and sometimes bananas too. Now, talking about cookies, he's not one of these perfect diet guys. He's human. He's open about his sweet tooth as a mood regulator in relation to his ADHD and his bipolar conditions. I love sweet things. I think it's how I regulate my mood. Fruit, you can have as much as you want. It takes care of that in a healthy way. He believes that there must be some cheating to help him stick to his boring diet. To Reacher, a calorie is a calorie. It doesn't matter if it comes from fat or sugar. Reacher will eat anything that works for him. I eat whatever the hell I want, and I'm not kidding, he adds. I eat the healthiest when I'm on set because I have somebody cooking for me. That's kind of his food philosophy. But how about a caffeine kick? He does use 5-hour energy coffee, but not as a ritual to wake up his body. Instead, he lets his natural cortisol do its job. In the same way, he stays away from alcohol because that's a natural depressant. His whatever eating philosophy's got another surprise factor. It's how he eats on set. He packs Ziploc bags full of deli meat. Turkey, chicken, whatever works. It's better than diving into a bag of Doritos, he said. That's what sets him apart, being prepared, even in chaos, with no excuses. Overall, his diet is definitely a building type, but does he get any supplements like testosterone? Yes, he does admit, saying that I will say testosterone helps. So, diet and the right testosterone are his secrets for not downplaying his role. Now that we know what he eats, let's talk about how he trains to burn off all of those calories. He puts his exercising routine simply. When I go into that gym, I'm like, I deserve to die for how I've eaten. It says a lot because he trains 5 days a week, preferably early morning at 5 a.m. And no long sessions for him either, just 30 minutes a day, packed with purpose and mindful training. He uses a bodybuilding split. That means that he works on different muscles each day. So let's break it down. On Monday, he focuses on the chest. He hits the Smith machine, does cabin flies, and of course does a ton of push-ups. These simple moves, when done right, help him grow his chest. Tuesday is all about back and biceps. He does pull-ups, dumbbell rows, cable rows, and then hits the pavement, does a 7-mile jog. And what's that get him? A defined back and reacher's iron-like arms. These upper body movements put together translate to a perfect V-taper symmetrical body. Wednesday is leg day, full of lunges, split squats, leg extensions, and some core work. Here he adds in a little bit of cardio too. Thursday is allocated to him getting wider shoulders, which is a part of that whole reacher look. So he presses, raises, and keeps those delts working from every angle. Then he's got Friday for a full body workout. We're talking battle ropes, kettlebells, and weighted dips that take the center stage with a mix of power, speed, and movement. His precise training regime helps him. He doesn't just train to look big, he trains to move like a fighter. He needed to be strong, fast, and agile for his role. Reacher isn't just a bodybuilder, he's a weapon. So, Alan trains like one. He focuses on high volume, almost 100 reps but with lighter weights. This smart approach reduces the risk of injury. The style also helps him build size and keeps his joints safe. That's his base, and it works. He also trains in a fasted state when possible. As he tells it, I try to work out in a fasted state if at all possible, and I'm not so strict or stubborn that I can't enjoy a meal. The early morning sweating keeps him sharp and helps him shed fat. So let's talk about his shape. You probably noticed how wide and powerful the guy looks, and that's no accident. His trainer explained the muscle proportion matters more than just size. Alan trains his shoulders, chest, and lats to build a wider upper body. That gave him the classic V-taper, a big upper body and narrow waist. He looks larger than his actual body weight, and that figures like iconic action figures from cartoons like Superman. To get there and stay there in terms of his shape, he uses compound exercises like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses. These moves work several muscles and also boost natural growth hormones simultaneously, leading to some pretty rapid muscle growth. And above all, he sticks to his fitness routine, even when it hurts. And that's because reaching the reachers has taken months of grinding, non-stop eating, resting, hot bathing, and recovering. And the guy keeps on going. He trains not just for movies, but for life. Alan has built the reacher body, and he's gonna keep it because he believes in longevity when he says, I want 22 seasons of Reacher. I want to be 100 years old and still playing Reacher. And if his commitment to remaining Reacher sounds inspiring to you, take control of your fitness and your longevity. Get crafted food choices and workout routines. Stick to them and leave the world amazed with your own transformation.